Hello everybody and welcome back to Dancer's Feed. In today's video, I'm going to be demonstrating several exercises for strengthening and conditioning your back. Whether you focus on only one dance style or a variety of dance styles, strengthening and conditioning your back is critical for any dancer because it's going to help transform your muscles and your body and therefore transform your movement. Now, it's not necessary for you to do all of these exercises every single day. In fact, I think that could hurt you. So what I suggest you do instead is take a few of these exercises, do them in one day, wait a couple of days, and then do the other exercises that you didn't do yet. So you're mixing it up a little bit and also giving your back a break. Make sure that you have proper technique when doing this. So focus on your alignment and focus on executing each movement correctly. It's very important, especially even if you think you've done these so many times before and you know what you're doing, still always keep in mind proper technique. Now, before we get started, I just want to remind everybody that I put the timestamps in the description box below of every exercise. That's going to help you navigate throughout this video. So now let's get started with some warm-ups.
We're going to begin with roll downs because they're really great at stretching the entire spine, glutes, and hamstrings. I'll leave a link at the top right corner for now of another roll down combination that I use for a beginner modern dance warm-up. After rolling down for 8 counts, do 2 grand pliés using 8 counts for each, and then finally roll back up using 8 counts. Do this entire combination 4 times. The next warm-up is what I call body curls, because you are literally going to curl your entire body. Begin by lying on the floor and then bring your knees to your chest. I like to stay in this position to stretch out my lower back and my hips a little bit before actually getting into the curls. After sitting in this stretch for a few seconds, straighten your body so your arms are above your head and your legs are straight. Then bring your legs into your chest and grab onto your knees while also picking up your head off the floor, making a C with your back. From here, extend your arms and legs down again to stretch into an I shape. Repeat this 8 times. This exercise also warms up your abdominals, which plays a big part in overall strengthening and conditioning of your back. We're going to do other exercises in this series that focus on secondary muscle groups because they too have to be strengthened in order for your back muscles to benefit and become stronger. The last warm-up is a cat and cow flow. Begin in a tabletop position or on your hands and knees. Making sure your spine is straight before you begin, take a deep breath in, contract your abdominals and bring your head and tailbone down so your mid-back is arched up, and then with a deep breath out, arch your head and tailbone upwards, making sure your abdominals are still engaged and that your back is arched down. Make sure to continue breathing in while you are in a cat pose and breathe out while you are in the cow pose. Do this exercise 8 times. The first exercise is going to focus on your lower back, your glutes, and your hamstrings. Begin by lying on your tummy, resting your chin on your hands like you see me doing here. All you're going to do is engage your glutes and hamstrings and lift your leg off the floor or arabesque off the floor. Make sure that your leg goes directly behind your head, meaning don't lift it to the side. If you feel too much of a strain in your lower back doing this, rest and get into child's pose for a bit, and then maybe try again. But if you still feel a strain, then do not continue with this exercise. Do this 8 times on the right leg and 8 times on the left leg. Similar to the first exercise, this exercise also focuses on your glutes and hamstrings, as well as your mid and lower back. Begin by positioning yourself in tabletop. From here, bend one leg into your chest and then extend it, or dèveloppè it out and up. Do this 8 times on both sides. Then you're going to combine the cat and cow flow from before to this exercise. So when you bend your leg in towards your chest, you're also going to contract your back and curve your head in. Then when you extend your leg outwards, you're going to arch your head up and back. Make sure the entire time you do this exercise, you are engaging your abs so you keep your lower back safe. Do this exercise 8 times on both sides. What I often do after a more strenuous exercise like that one is push back into child's pose and rest there for a few seconds. From there, I'm going to get into plank position and begin hip dips. So this is basically getting into plank position onto your forearms, and all you're going to do is dip one hip to the floor, bring it back up, and then switch your hip, alternate 16 times. Okay, these last two exercises are my absolute favorite. However, you are going to need a little bit of support, either from a partner holding your feet down or from a couch like you see me doing here. Make sure that you put your fingertips to your temples nice and gently, and then rise your chest up so you get into a backward sit-up. Do this 8 times. Now, as you're doing this, really try to stop the temptation of jumping up or popping up. I need you to go all the way up smoothly and softly. From there, you're going to hold the last one. As you hold it, bring your arms out to 2nd position, then bring them to 5th position, and again, try to hold it up there for as long as you can, and finally, softly come down. All right, before getting into this last exercise, just relax your neck by looking right and left. Then you're going to place your fingertips again to your temples, and now we're going to do around the worlds. So from here, you're going to go to the right, go up, and then go to the left, and then come down. And then you're going to reverse this. So again, bend to the left, go all the way up, bend to the right, and then come down. Do this about 8 to 16 times, and then you are done with the actual exercises of this whole series. Now we're going to get into our stretches. The first one is easy, and that's just child's pose, like you see me doing here. From here, I'm going to get into Cobra, making sure that my hips and legs are on the ground. I stretch and extend my back and spine, and then I make sure that my shoulders are pressed back and my neck is nice and tall. From Cobra, I'm going to get into a hamstring stretch by standing up, making sure that my feet are parallel and right underneath my hips. Then I'm going to grab onto my elbows and swing to the right and to the left a few times, getting some momentum and giving me an extra stretch in my hamstrings, hips, and lower back. From there, I'm just going to drop my hands down and do a couple of deep pliés, and finally plie and roll up. Alright everyone, these last 2 stretches are a little bit more advanced, so if you're not sure how to do this or you've never done them before, please make sure you do them with someone who has done these and who has the experience. Get into a bridge position, and then from here you're going to sway onto your arms and then onto your legs, meaning you're going to actually push your weight onto your arms, and when you do so, stretch out your legs as much as you can, and then push your weight back onto your legs. Do this a few times. From here, you're going to place one foot directly into the center line of your body, meaning you're going to put it right in the middle so that you can lift your other leg up. Make sure that the other leg is nice and straight and pointed, and then switch legs. This is going to help with your balance and control, and also test out how strong you are. Make sure you come down safely by first tucking your chin in, then bending your elbows, and finally rolling down onto your back.
Alright dancers, I hope you enjoyed those exercises. I absolutely love strengthening and conditioning my back. And it's honestly because when I was younger, I was known for having the strongest back and the strongest flexibility. And as you can see, your girl still got it. Very proud of myself that even after so many years, I could still do those things with my back. But in all honesty, I do credit those exercises with where I'm at today with my back. So if you did this, please make sure to leave a comment below and let me know what you thought. If you taught this to your students, please make sure that they're doing this with proper technique. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel Dancers Feed. With that being said, thank you so much for watching and supporting me. I will see you next week. Bye, dancers.